In the second part, we have to convert vector A into spherical coordinate system. For that, here we start the solution. We represent the vector A in spherical coordinate system in terms of A suffix rho, A suffix theta, A suffix phi, where A suffix rho is along the coefficient of A along rho hat direction. In the picture, it is given the R. Earlier we have told that sometimes this R is represented as rho to distinguish between this R and this R. This is sometimes represented in terms of rho. Here it is represented in terms of rho. So to find the component of vector A along the rho direction, I take the dot product of vector A. I know the general representation of vector A in XYZ coordinate system is AXX hat plus AYY hat plus AZZ hat dotted with rho hat. Now to find the component of A along rho hat direction, which is A rho, I have to compute X hat dot rho hat, I have to compute Y hat dot rho hat, I have to compute Z hat dot rho hat. Now in the first term, when I computing X hat dot rho hat, I have to know what is the angle between X and rho. Then AX is as it is. If you go into the picture, you can see this is the direction rho. This is the direction rho. Its perpendicular projection is this. This yellow line is the rho hat direction. Its perpendicular projection is this R. So what is this? If this is theta, then this projection will be rho. This projection will be rho sine theta. When rho is 1, so it will be sine theta. And this will be cos phi. So rho hat dot x hat, this is the rho hat direction. This is the x hat direction. Rho hat dot x hat will give you sine theta cos phi. Check here. This is sine theta cos phi. Try to understand. I am saying further that this is rho direction or rho hat direction. Its projection on xy plane is this small r. So what is the projection? When rho hat its magnitude is 1, so it will be sine theta only, because this angle is theta. And this will be cos phi. This angle is phi. So sine theta cos phi is the value of rho hat dot x hat. Rho hat dot x hat is sine theta cos phi. Now rho hat dot y hat. Ay is as it is. Now rho hat dot y hat, again I have to consider the projection. This projection is sine theta. Now angle between this projection on xy plane and y direction is 90 minus phi. So this rho hat dot y hat will be sine theta cos 90 minus phi. That means sine theta sine phi. So here you see it is sine theta sine phi. Understand? Now z hat dot rho hat. Z hat dot rho hat. What is the angle between z direction and rho direction? You can see here. This is the rho direction. This is the z direction. Angle between them is theta. So rho hat dot z hat will give you cos theta. So here I am writing a suffix z hat dot rho hat is az as it is. Z hat dot rho hat is cos theta. In a similar manner, we can compute a theta. A theta is the component of vector A along theta direction. So again I write the vector A in general form of xyz coordinate system dotted with theta. Then Ax is as it is, x hat dot theta hat. So to find the x hat dot theta hat, we have to understand angle between them from the figure. Now theta hat, I told you the direction of this is theta angle. Try to understand, this is theta angle, and theta direction is perpendicular on this yellow line, perpendicular on this yellow line. So if I take the theta direction projection on xy plane, it will be cos theta. It will be cos theta. Then cos theta cos phi is cos theta cos. Then x hat dot theta hat will be cos theta cos phi. X hat dot theta hat will be cos theta cos phi, and y hat dot theta hat will be cos theta sin phi. Cos theta sin phi. Now theta hat dot z hat, theta hat and z hat making an angle of 90 plus theta. Is it not 90 plus theta? Because theta hat direction is perpendicular to this. That means this yellow line, theta hat direction, has an angle 90 degree. Whereas this yellow line is making an angle with z axis is theta. So with theta hat direction, the angle of z is this 90 plus this theta. So 90 plus theta. So cos 90 plus theta is minus sin theta. So this is a theta, ax cos theta cos phi plus ay cos theta sin phi plus az minus sin theta. Now I am computing a phi. A phi is the component of a along phi direction. The general form of a vector in Cartesian coordinate system, this is dot phi hat. Phi hat dot x hat. Phi hat dot x hat. The angle between phi direction and x direction is that the phi direction is perpendicular to this r in this direction. This direction is increasing direction of phi. Phi hat direction is perpendicular to r as well as in the increasing phi direction. So angle between phi hat and the x direction is how much? Angle between x and r is phi. Angle between r and phi hat direction is 90 degrees. So angle between x and phi hat direction will be 90 plus phi. So x hat dot phi hat will be cos of 90 plus phi. Cos of 90 plus phi is minus sin phi. Now what is the angle between y hat dot phi hat? Y hat, you can understand that x and y are making an angle of 90 degree, and x and phi hat, x hat and phi hat are making an angle of 90 plus phi. So angle between y and phi hat will be only phi. So y hat dot phi hat will be cos of phi. So ay cos phi. What is the angle between z and phi? Phi hat direction is on the xy plane. Remember, phi hat direction is direction which is perpendicular to r in the xy plane. So phi hat is lying on the xy plane. So angle between phi hat and z hat will be 90 degree. So phi hat dot z will give you cos 90, which is 0. So this is, if I represent in matrix format, it is a rho a theta a phi sin theta cos phi sin theta sin phi cos theta ax ay az cos theta cos phi cos theta sin phi minus sin theta minus sin phi cos phi 0. Now in the earlier problem we have computed the theta direction, where theta angle is 64.62 and phi is 108.44 degree. Now if you put here the value of sin theta and cos phi, all the value, and here you have to also ax ay az. What is ax ay az? Here it is given that ax is y, ay is x plus z, and az is 0. So we have to replace ax ay az. We have to replace ax is y and ay is x plus z. In a similar manner, at every position where ax ay az are given, az is 0. You have to replace by ax equals to y and ay is equal to x plus z and az is equal to 0. If you do this, then this is the expression of a rho, a theta, a phi. Now x is r sin theta cos phi. X is r sin theta cos phi. R means here rho sin theta cos phi. Y is rho sin theta sin phi, and Z is rho cos theta. Though I am writing here R, but here I take the representation by rho, so it should be rho. It should be rho. Okay. Now we have computed the value of this R. R means rho. We have computed. This is 7. This is 7. This is the radius value 7 for the point minus 2 comma 6 comma 6 comma 3. So here you put the value of r equals to x is this. Here put you x equals to this, y is this, z is this. Now r should be replaced by 7, and phi is replaced by 108.66, and theta is replaced by 64.62. Here I write theta equals to 64.62 and phi is 108.44. Now entire A becomes this much. The A becomes this much. This is not exact. This should be rho hat. This should be theta hat. This should be phi hat. Now if you put the value of r sin theta cos phi, all the value, the computed value will be 0.857 r hat minus 0.4066 theta hat minus 6.008 phi hat. This is the conversion result of vector A in spherical coordinate system with the value of the point minus 2, 6, 3, which is 7, 64.62 degree, 108.44 degree. Okay.